Known for relentlessly revisualizing itself as it moves toward the future, Beijing is the capital city and political center of China. It is excellent amalgamation modernism and times gone by. Beijing is the home to 6 extraordinary UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and at the heart of the city stands a royal palace like no other. The city comprises awe-inspiring temples with striking ancient architecture and modern architecture that wows the tourists. Beijing is also known to be a hub of cultural innovators of the country. The country's finest artists, writers, musicians, filmmakers, and more are a very important part of this city's constantly progressing cultural scene. With best museums, galleries, music and dance venues, and more, you would never have to worry about ever getting bored with this city. And how can one forget the Chinese food? Food is a thing of avid fascination for the Chinese, and the astonishing range of different cuisines that you will find at Beijing will leave you with sheer joy. There are a number of restaurants in Beijing that serve delicious Chinese and many other popular international dishes. If you are a foodie, you will never forget Beijing. Best time to visit. When it comes to visiting Beijing, the best times to holiday in Beijing are from March to May, and from September to October. These times have the best climate and beautiful multicolored scenery. However, summers and winters show you a completely different picture. While summer brings scorching heat, winter brings in cold temperatures and at times even snow. While the weather does play a very important role when you are planning your visit, it would be better to avoid the times of national public holidays. During national holidays, the city fills with millions of domestic tourists visiting Beijing's momentous and holy sites. Transportation. Beijing is a massive city, and it keeps getting bigger every year. With bigger cities come bigger population, and a need for better and improved transportation system. Luckily, Beijing has a lot to offer when it comes to public transportation. The Beijing subway system, buses, railway network, taxis, bicycle or bike hire system, motor rickshaw, and more can help you get around the city. However, it would depend on what you like, where you are staying, and what the nearest mode of transportation is. You might also be able to get a rental private car for sightseeing in Beijing. Top tourist places. Number 1. The Imperial Palace and the Forbidden City. It is one of the most notable tourist attractions of China, and its history can be traced back to the 13th century, and it is spread over 720,000 square meters. Number 2. The Great Wall of China. It is only an hour away from Beijing, and one of the world's most historic places. Reconstructed and expanded over the centuries, it is becoming increasingly popular for its magnificent views, which are particularly beautiful during spring and autumn. Number 3. The Temple of Heaven. It comprises some of the most sacred buildings in Beijing. Make sure to visit the temple's Echo Wall, which creates echoes to even the softest of voices. Number 4. The Summer Palace. Dating back to the 12th century, it has a picture-perfect scenery with a large 700-year-old man-made lake and lovely gardens. Number 5. The Beijing Capitol Museum. It is where you can get your fill of arts and cultures with a vast collection of artifacts, including antique items of Chinese and other Asian cultures.